Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. That throw into the arms of Allen, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Second and 3 at the 40.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Henry's got it out on the left side. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
At the 4-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
AFC 17.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
To about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. We do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have hit half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
6.
It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped stopped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. 79 yards. And the NFC has now cut it to within 1 score. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood. I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Taken in the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
And 10 at their own 25.
The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. And his Hill, he's got it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Derrick Henry. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And incomplete.
Mahomes' pass. Incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Baker with a pick. turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the fourth. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last two seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the fourth.
But I'd love to know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the running back of Bobby Wagner. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard